We've got our hands on the LG G4, and it arrives just in time to join the throng of Android flagships launching in the first half of this year. But does it stand out from the crowd? It sports a more colour-accurate quantum display, a 16-megapixel f1.8 rear camera, a microSD card slot, and a removable battery. The price hasn't been announced, but it's said to be in the same range as last year's LG G3. Its standout feature though is a premium design with a durable leather back, one that's comfortable to grip compared to a slippery metal construction. We've seen this design before with not so stunning results. The Moto X featured a leather back among its customization options, and as great as it looked and felt, it bruised easily in a day. LG says that its new smartphone uses premium leather, which takes 3 months to process and resists water stains and scratches. Our upcoming full review will certainly test out its durability in a stuffed pocket, but it's also heartening to know that LG lets you change out the back if it does indeed fail. Don't like cow-based leather? There are other, less exciting colours and materials. There's the familiar metallic coated Titan Black or Shiny Gold, and a white ceramic painted model carried over from the LG G3. All three do a good job of disguising the fact that they have a plastic base with a hammered metal pattern. All models of the LG G4 also sport a gentle curve that isn't as dramatic as the LG G Flex 2 Arc, but is said to make the phone 20% stronger in durability compared to the G3, according to LG's drop tests. The official LG G4 dimensions give it 148.9mm height by 76.1mm width and 6.3mm to 9.8mm depth due to that sloped curve. It feels light in the hand with a weight of 155 grams. LG G4's display measures out to the same 5.5 inches diagonally as the G3, and it has an IPS LCD screen, but now it's considered a quantum display, a much more colour-accurate multimedia that considers an eye's perception instead of oversaturating photos and videos. LG has lofty goals for the G4's camera, saying that it doesn't want to compete with other smartphone manufacturers, but replace instances in which you need a weightier digital camera. With an f1.8 aperture, it's off to a good start, surpassing the Galaxy S6's f1.9 lens. While the camera remains 16 megapixels, photo quality sees a vast improvement over the LG G3 snapper with a 40% larger sensor, and that's way more important for taking a good picture. There's a new optical image stabilization module that LG claims reduces twice the vibration from shaky hands, and it also has faster overall camera app performance. Manual controls for camera pros are more granular here, with far more levels of white balance and shutter speed and a real-time histogram for fine-tuning shots. The LG G4 also goes as far as shooting in JPEG and RAW, which allows for the post-process editing that professional camera consumers need, and super-fast laser autofocus returns. Double tapping the volume down button, located on the back of the phone like almost all LG phones nowadays, quickly opens the camera app when the phone is locked. When the LG G4 is unlocked, however, the volume button acts as it does normally, for turning down the volume, so QuickShot is not as convenient as Samsung's very similar double-tap home button. The front camera takes 8-megapixel photos, and being the selfie camera, comes packed with LG's helpful Gesture Shot feature. Gesture Shot is actually better than before because making a fist gesture twice instead of just once will activate the 3-second timer and take 4 shots instead of just 1. The LG G4 uses a Snapdragon 808 processor, and with the accompanying 3GB of RAM promises to be plenty fast. One of the built-in apps for galleries promises no slowdown, even when thousands of photos are loaded in the RAW format. That's certainly different from other phone makers' galleries, especially when collections are filtered by month and year views. LG also says it's out to solve everyone's GPS woes, with a more accurate, less jumpy blue dot. Thanks to Qualcomm, it's supposed to be twice as accurate, even indoors and when entering tunnels. We'll have to see how the new-ish processor and GPS perform under real-world duress though. The rest of the specs will also be tested in our full review, including LG G4's 3000 mAh battery, which is said to be optimised by LG's new negative LCD screen technology. Having a new Snapdragon processor and Android Lollipop from the get-go should also help this, and even when the battery drains all of the way down, it is at least swappable. That's a big deal for people who have felt burned by the Samsung Galaxy S6's lack of a removable battery and microSD card slot. Pouncing on that opening, LG says it wants to become more active in selling its batteries as accessories in stores. LG's tagline for the LG G4 is "See the great, feel the great," and it certainly lives up to that motto by making a well-designed leather-backed smartphone. It stands out and, more importantly, stays in the hand. That's unlike the thin and slippery iPhone 6, which we had to buy a leather case for anyway. Its colour-accurate quantum display shows subjects in the right colour without extreme saturation, and the camera, with its f1.8 aperture lens, promises to take better photos in a short amount of time. On top of all of this, LG's software doesn't get in the way, opting to use Google's finely crafted apps like Chrome for the browser, Maps for navigation, and Google Wallet for payments. LG's menu skins are still here, but otherwise feels so much like a pure Android phone with premium features that LG had to say twice that it's not a Nexus phone. That's a good sign. What do you think of the LG G4? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech news, reviews, previews and features.